much FTCCI and our president Mr. Ravi Kumar sir and co-chair Energy Committee Vijay Gopal Reddy garu. Thank you very much, and K. Maheshwari sir, our Vice President FTCCI, and a special thanks to Vinod Agarwal sir and Sujata madam. So for the first time when I have interacted with them, and that is the time sir, I have decided to be part of FTCCI, and that is I was aware of it, but not aware to the extent I am now today. So the FTCCI is a legacy. I mean, we also as a company want to create such legacy so that years together people will get benefited out of it. Honestly speaking, before leaving this earth, I'll put my every effort to create that impact. That is one aspect. And secondly, sir, the last time also one event where we got the opportunity, it was a great opportunity for us, and which has given good visibility. And before becoming a member of FTCCI, I have clearly promised to be, Agarwal sir and Agarwal sir and Sujata madam, I'll ensure we'll put every effort wherever required to educate every member of FTCCI, in fact every industry part of Telangana. We'll try to ensure that no one pays excess bill. Okay, in that regard, this is like first of its kind initiative, and we'll continue to do so. This is the beginning, and as much as possible, I'll try to ensure, I'll try to clarify, and try to bring in that confidence in you all, so that you can even share with many of other fellow entrepreneurs or colleagues who are not part here, but definitely gain confidence in us and take our thoughts and views, proactive measures to effectively not only get individual benefit, but for a larger cause of reducing the emission. Every unit is almost equivalent to 1 kg of carbon dioxide, which stays in atmosphere for 400 years. So what we are giving for our future generation, direct benefit we are having, but indirectly we are contributing for our future. So that is where I look at my daughter every time when we do something. It gives me immense pleasure, and that is the energy, real energy it will give me to put more and more focused efforts, result oriented efforts. It is not that a poster activity or a small information activity. No, everybody should really get benefit, and that experiences should be shared so that more and more people will get motivated out of it. That is the whole objective of this aspect. And will not put any jargon, to the point, crystal clear clarity. And you can interrupt me at any point of time, as much as possible I can. I have my senior colleagues, Srinivas, Vipin, Jay Babu and other team members who are experts in that fields. One is Dr. Srinivas, is PhD holder. So we'll try our best to clarify every doubt possible. If something we are not able to, definitely we'll consult somebody who can really get that answer and try to give you that answer for sure. So all of us might have received a notice for this new regulation, and when we have interacted with some of our customers, we even noticed that people were not aware. Even the same case is Vinod Agarwal sir. So incidentally, when I was bringing to his notice about this regulation, Kabaya, so he connected me to his son. Then he got that regulation. So ground reality is that. So whenever that new thing, a information or a notice comes, right, it will not directly come to the concern. So it will come at a time where the valuable time of proactive measures is lost. So this is where from the day one we want to sensitize as many people as possible, so that that valuable time is effectively utilized, so that zero excess bill is paid in spite of a new regulation. So that is the whole idea. So this will affect every KVH customer. So LT industry, HT consumers, all the HT consumers, about 11,000 or 12,000 HT consumers in Telangana will get affected with this regulation. Of course, maybe, I'm talking about Telangana, TSSPDCL alone, it may be about 15 to 16,000 consumers. And all LT high value and any commercial consumers, about 10 kilowatt is considered for KVH billing. So every KVH customer will get affected, maybe small, big, everyone. So this message should really penetrate to everybody, a bakery shop, a small shop, this building is part of KVH building. So like that, any industrial and commercial establishment also is part of it. So a couple of slides about us, sir. Okay, you should build trust, right, with whom you are talking, whether these guys, as a company we have that credentials or not. So as a Telangana startup, we are proud feeling that, we are able to, taken one initiative at least I can say, where it will help, undoubtedly will help all the Telangana businesses. Okay. If you see, against all odds we started our journey, and today more than 15 discoms across the country, few water boards also into that. We are a leader in our segment where we operate. So today we do 3.5 crore plus meter reads as of now. So in next couple of months, we will be doing at least 5 crore meter reads per month across the country, where our AI powered OCR meter reading services are being used to ensure absolute accuracy in the meter reading process. Before bill generation itself, there was a time where people used to feed whatever they want. We came up with the AI tool in such a way that before bill generation itself, whether that reading is properly taken or not, we will ensure that. That kind of mechanism we could effectively enable it, and it is being a mandatory practice across the country today. That is the credibility we have. Opportunity was given in Tata Power Delhi. We proved ourselves consistently above 99 plus success rate we have achieved. Today, Tata Power Orissa, entire discoms, with everybody, and with a direct performance based order we have got. So, and what I am saying is, whatever we do it with seriousness, absolutely ensuring the result, real objectives are clearly met. So just to gain your confidence. And from the beginning, we have been always passionate about not only helping utilities, but consumers as well. From the beginning, if you see our tagline also, Bharat Smart Services is our brand name, Coral Innovations is our registered firm name, empowering utilities and consumers. So from the day one, but consumer segment is, a focused segment which I didn't have much experience earlier. Okay, that was a challenge. And second, it needs more energy and money into it to really establish as a player who can help consumers. So that is where strategically we have established ourselves with the utility sector. Okay, we established ourselves as an organization. Today we give employment to about 100 people. Okay, we grown. Now we have that strength to really expand our scope for consumer segment. So strategically now we have been putting our effort from the day one. Okay, consistently. Out of that, 250, I think now it is about 300 customers we have. So, we help them to reduce about, 15 to about 15 lakh per month. If without our services, at least 15 lakh per month, they would have been paying excess. And maybe little higher actually. This is, maybe a few months old calculations what we have done. So that is the impact we are able to create. And out of that, almost 70-80% are like our lifetime customers. Because they were paying just like that excess bill, we went to them, explained, then really understood, immediately enabled our, subscription services, and after that taking care of their bill reduction is our responsibility. So that is how we are able to, consistently perform. And you can check, we can give that, information around Cherlapalli, Nacharam, Mallapur industrial area. People really acknowledge our contribution. This is one aspect we have been doing, and subsequently recently we have very actively working towards helping even domestic segment also. All of us have got our residences in place, and there is no place without wastage. So that is our hard learning. Every day wherever we are doing home audit or industry audit kind of services, every consumer is delighted with the insights what we are able to give, which way they were been struggling. See, the basic problem what we noticed is that we get a cumulative bill. It is a cumulative of entire building. What this very venue is consuming. Is there any scope for reduction? So there is no breakdown of your consumption. So that will make your whole exercise very tough. So we have mechanized in such a way that monthly is diverted into a segregated into a daily, and daily again into morning peak, evening peak, night consumption. So again then it can be segregated into appliance wise or equipment wise. So that is how slowly you have to figure out a way forward to identify the real reason and where all there is a scope for optimization. See, we do have a complete ERP framework. In a very cost effective way we can configure to your industry. It is, as a Hyderabad startup, I am claiming from this very forum, in future we will position this as an alternate to Oracle and SAP Indian product. I am sure about it, and we are putting every step towards that aspect where Indian product will be extensively used to enhance the efficiency of the whole business operations, or smoothen their operations, or bring absolute transparency and accountability into the system. Today we are dependent, all major big systems are all from global products only. We have every effort, we are really, it might sound a little different, but the kind of zeal and strength we have, it is only a matter of time. So here we can configure any small app to a very complex app. See, today everybody using laptop is very tough. Suppose you have your field teams in place, and everybody accessing a mail through a laptop is very time consuming and may not be really convenient. If you have everything that kind of, today what is my action point, if you get it on a WhatsApp with a click of a button, my work is started on spot. You are saving lot of time there, and the comfort is enabled. So that will enhance your productivity. Small actions. So we have to really, most of the times what happens, because of our busy schedules, whatever process defined, we really don't give that real focus to enhance it further and further. That is where we lag. See, these all small steps will help you to grow your business. Optimizing electricity will definitely, it should be your primary criteria, one of the criteria, because you are paying for every moment of your use. Why not we have small time to debate and give some contest to the team to figure out a mechanism to reduce? Why we cannot create such things? I am saying this is where I am focused, so I am touching on that point. I am saying one coral again, an app which can give lot of flexibility into the things. Content what is mentioned in the notice, whatever you might have received related to KVH regulations. So usually what happens, these all aspects are initiated from regulator. But before that, definitely there might be a real case study presented from DISCOMs. So regulator, TG, ERC has approved or directed Telangana DISCOMs to enable this lead aspect, unblocking the lead component, for KVH customers. So that is one thing they have mentioned. And what they have mentioned is, you have to maintain PF, and they have given a considerable time, good amount of time. 3 months is a decent time. I think over the, maybe it may slip little more also for effective implementation of this new regulation. But after the notice period, you will be impacted with the new bill. So whatever notice you have taken, your timer has started. You have a window of 3 months to correct that. So that is how you have to plan as a whole industries, everybody. This is one first aspect. Have you received the notice? What date you have received? From that date, 3 months is the time for your correction. So simple terminology I will explain. KWH units are what you are using. Okay. And KVRH units are lag and lead both together are excess units. KVH units are what you are paid for. You will be paying for KVH units. So that means you are using KWH units, you are paying for KVH units. So the extra component is KVARH units. Earlier it was only lag, now lead component also is there. So if you maintain absolute PF 1 without any lag and lead, KWH what you use, what you pay is same. One resolution, let's take it from this very forum, very venue. We will put every effort to ensure we will only pay for what we use. There is a clear regulation for KVH, but we will take such measures to ensure that we only pay for KWH units. It is possible. Many industries who pay crores of bill a month are able to manage 0.999 power factor. Technically is absolutely possible scenario, irrespective of your industry and nature of the business, what you do. So first clarity what you get is, absolutely is it possible to manage KWH, what you use, and that only you will pay. Yes, absolutely possible. So you should do whatever required interventions, timely, proactively, to ensure that you only pay for what you use. So one resolution, let's take it from this venue that we'll only pay for what we use. It is not just to impose a burden on a consumer. It is scientifically introduced because it is affecting their network also, and it will affect your equipment as well. By putting a leading excess overcompensation, it will definitely affect the equipment what you are using as well, because it will lead to high line currents, and increased losses, okay, and over voltage into the system. So over voltage, many such customers in one transformer, under one transformer, the transformer will get a over voltage or over current draw, which will lead to a failure of it. Again, it will affect you all. So there is all cascading impact is there. So it is definitely a wise call for any industry to have a real mechanism in place and ensure that you manage that very proactively. Earlier with the overcompensation, there was no impact on your bill. But today, with the lead aspect also considered as part of KVH billing, so you will be affected. So the moment this new regulation is effective into your bill, your lead component also affect your bill. So which is significant. We analyzed one of our customer who pay about 1 crore bill a month, I believe, and he gets at least 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh units. So we forecasted actually few days of reactive lead component we captured through our mechanism, and we extrapolated for the month. Then they might get at least minimum of 1 lakh units extra. So that means about 7 to 8 lakh rupees he has to pay excess. If he is not aware, he is not taking a proactive measure, see, you cannot get back that money. Please understand. Proactively, one small hesitation to take that call with small cost will hit you very badly. The graphical representation, earlier also it is 0.9 lead, but it was considered as UPF. Okay, but it is so there was no impact on the overcompensation. So you are getting one lead. So hardly any excess bill. Now same thing, you get significant excess units. So a very clear indication. Same before and now. So this is the how the power factor will affect on the load currents and the transformer capacity. Similarly, so it will lead to higher load currents and over voltage, which will affect that equipments and all. Simple power factor. Now with the new regulation, this is compiled. If it is less by 0.9, then your bill may go up to by 10-11%. Okay. If it is 15% less, then 18%. If it is 40% less, then it is 67%. So there is a direct equation. I mean, most of you might be very, very clearly aware. But in spite of this, out of our experience, I'll share, they have installed APFC panel and they are in assumption that everything will work forever. Definitely not. They have APFC panel in place and they are paying excess bill from 7-8 months. Nobody has seen it. And in some cases, there is a mention of people have different practices to proactively monitor this. We also admire, appreciate and learn from that practices. People make a note of all the readings, hourly, daily, morning, evening, different places. In some places I found they have very sincerely written low power factor, but nobody acted upon it. So end of the day, there should be a real mechanism. In this busy world, an intelligent system is required which will alert you, which will enable you to do that activity. That is required. Today, everything I do myself, what is the power of technology? Should be able to really enable that kind of aspect. So as a company, we are trying our best, and it's a continuous journey. Whatever we have today, definitely down the line, if you see lot of value-added functionalities will be there, to enable that real use cases for every consumer. Before you come, so these are different meters. So different images, which parameter has to be. See, throughout your journey, sir, till the time you might have deployed, since the beginning of meter deployment, you may not have never captured the lead or lag parameter. Okay, so KWH, KVH difference itself is, a clear indication of that lag component. So you may not have really, gone into capturing of the lead component. And one more thing is, now from where you will get? You don't have a record of that in the bill. How you get that? So the only source is from meter display. So now you should have a real mechanism in place to capture the required parameters as per new regulation also to capture it properly. So for that we enabled our app. This we have of course discussed. Can we ensure no additional burden with new regulation? Yes, absolutely. As a Bharat Smart Services co-founder, I am saying very focused, very confidently, every industry in Telangana can ensure they don't pay any excess bill at all. It is possible. We share this information and we act very proactively. Definitely it is possible. And again, we should have this real monitoring mechanism in place. So every time you have to ensure that, it is intact, neither this side nor this side. So it is our responsibility. See, unless you maintain that, right, unless you have some mechanism in place to proactively monitor, how you will manage. So that is that mechanisms are required. You figure out a very cost-effective mechanism, how you can do, how you can empower your person, your team members, what digital mechanisms you can further help. See, what we enabled, sir, a simple mechanism, and before coming for this session, even I tried this with my driver also. He could do that very effectively. So what we have done is, all the parameters are available on the meter display, right? So one by one it will scroll. So which parameter do read is a tussle. Okay, it's a tussle. Understanding, that a new person comes, again the training is required. So earlier we had some practice of reading one parameters, now lag lead parameters are required. So now what we simplified is, we simplified in such a way that, you use our app, Bharat Smart Services app, and take your phone, focus camera onto the meter display. And every parameter available on the meter display or displayed on the meter display is automatically captured. So it will identify the meter make first, and then it will read all the required parameters, kWh, kVh, kVRH, lag, lead, and it will save with a proof. Today somebody is making a note with his naked eye. He might have written wrong, right, whatever it is. So LNT identified. LNT is a meter make. So it just identifies the make. So this is not the required billing parameter. So it is backend, it might be capturing, but it is not saved. You can see auto capture. No one entered anything. It is from the actual video mode only, it is capturing. Then kVRH lag. Then kVRH lead followed by. Then kVH. 4 required parameters. Right now these 4 parameters need to be tracked on a, need to be monitored. Then all billing parameters captured. Simple. So what we've enabled, sir, the difficulty of meter reading or ensuring that proper accurate meter reading, whatever is reading is done, it will just get into the system which can give you some insights. So everything is seamlessly integrated. First is simplifying the job. You might have a very, engineering level guy or a real technical guy, anyone. So that people might feel that, meter reading is a, maybe not my level of work. So you enable anybody to do that. So that is a real empowerment, it has been done. Okay. So that is, yeah.
You said old regulation KVS 3974 8013 and this is 68 and 4107.
Yeah. So earlier, sir, see, 3906 is kWh. kWh is what you use. Okay. With the old regulation 3906 and with some formula, some more units are added to it. Okay. So your kVh units are a marginal increase. Okay. Because lead component was not considered in the earlier regulation. Same customer, it is a genuine data actually. We are not revealing the data, but name. So he has got 5,335 units of lead. Okay. So now with the new regulation, this also will be the formula of square root and all is added to kVh units. Now with the new regulation, you will get 4,007 excess units. So virtually your consumption has not increased, your production has not increased, but you will be penalized with the excess bill. So this aspect has to be clearly understood. So this lead, if lead is 0, virtually it will be 1 and the same. How lead can be 0? The overcompensation should be 0. How overcompensation should be 0? So what you have today, where you are overcompensating, that all has to be tracked, and then proactively a APFC panel or having a capacitor bank linked with the load on and off. Any different cost-effective mechanisms are there. You have to figure out the ideal mechanism which suits you, your budget as well as overall aspect. So that way, first one should understand. Then you'll figure out a way forward, whichever is fit. Is it clear, sir? So this one more portal we have done, sir. This can be scanned. Of course, we share with all the team members as well. I mean, all the members who have come. So a simple calculator we have given. Okay. So from the meter display, whatever you do, if you have a practice of making a note, you can feed that value into that know your impact. What we have created a web link where you can feed in. You can know that calculation, how much impact will be there of your consumer, basically your load and all. So that is one aspect. So this QR code also can be scanned to get to register as well as understand the impact of this new regulation, how much you are going to pay and all. So here if you see the down below, sir, another use case, old is this much, 79% there is an increase with this data whatever has fed into. Actual from the meter only we captured and we fed in this data. So then you can find how much increase it is having. Right, sir? I think we are done with the things and happy to answer any queries.